to the Rocket City of Houston and Rice Stadium. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Rice Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Rice's head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Mountaineers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rice Owls offense will have the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. The option look. The option, he'll keep it. Maybe some room here. He's at the 40. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it again on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Defense might bring the house here. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside. And
touchdown, Rice! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Appalachian State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. The screen, he can go. There he goes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Webb. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running inside, it's Webb. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using his feet. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he's in. Touchdown, App State. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown there?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll run it again. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Maddox. He'll pull it down and run. He didn't make it. He's down at the 32, and that'll be 3 yards short of the line to gain and bring up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go right back to the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. They'll move the wide receiver. Calls his own number. Might have a chance. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after pitching. Turning it on! Touchdown, Rice! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Webb. Maybe a crease. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Making side adjustments here. Gonna run it. It's Webb. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 6 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Buckeyes looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Back now to your game inside Rice Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with the Mountaineers head coach. He is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Webb. There's some room. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Breaks into the open. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. Motion from the back. Now he's looking to throw it. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Mountaineers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Webb. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Mountaineers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They want to run this quarterback. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. A run for the quarterback. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback will keep it. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Snagged in the middle. It's Falk. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. On third down, here's Robinson. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. There he goes. Open it up. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running the red zone, it's Webb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Takes the easy one to the back. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They're going to go for it on 4th down with a couple of good options, a 1st down or a touchdown. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Appalachian State!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few 1st downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. To the air, it's Mendoza. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Touchdown, Mountaineers. A great catch and run for 6. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be...
Breaks into the open on the left. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Pressure coming. Byers on the move. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Owls. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use the timeout trying to get the football back.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They boot it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Oh, they're after him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. Tripped up for the tackle. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a...
Makes the grab. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now with this turnover, this one's all but over.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.